The topic is linear functions of two variables. So let's do example 1. The table of values represent a linear function, so we try to fill in the blanks. So if we look at the definition, the slope is the z2 minus z1 over x2 minus x1, which is change in z over change in x. Not only that, we know that this is going to be a constant. Same thing with the slope, and by the way, this is the slope in the direction of x, right? Now n is the slope in the direction of y, and it's z2 minus z1 over x2 minus x1, which is change in z over change in x, and it's also a constant. CTE means a constant. Alright, so how do we do this? By the way, x direction means this way, and this is the y direction. Right, increase in y will be that way, increase in x from 3 to 4 will be that way. So I'm going to look at this point. So I'm going to look at when x is 4 and y is 1.5, the z is 7. So what I do, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write m in the direction of x. M will be the change in z over change in x. I'm going to do it the quickest way. Now, what is change of x? I'm going to pick just these 2 points, sorry. So it's going to be 11 minus 7, minus 7 over 6 minus 4, right? 6 minus 4, right? Now this is going to be equal what? This is the quickest way. 11 minus 7 would be 4 over 6 minus 4 will be 2. Now this is the same thing as 4 divided by 2 is 2 over 1. Why do I write it that way? And remember, because we know the slope is change of z over change of x. So in other words, if we change 1 unit in x, we need to go up 2 units in z. So if I'm increasing from 4 to 5, I need to increase the z by 2. 7 plus 2 will be 9. Same thing, 9 plus 2 will be 11, right? Now if we go in downwards, this will be minus 2. In other words, this has to be 5. See, 5 plus 2 is 11. Now that makes sense. Now I can keep going. Well, I want to do one row, I can, since I have 11 here, I know in this direction 11 plus 2 will be 13, 13 plus 2 will be 15, 15 plus 2 will be 17, right? Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. Now I'm stuck. So I need to try to go in this direction. So I can use this value, 5, and 11, right? That would be the easiest one. So again, this time I'm going to use n. N is equal change in z over change in y. Now it's going to be 11 minus 5, 11 here minus 5 over, now I have to use y2 minus y1, which is this 2 minus 5, minus 1.5, 2.5 minus 1.5, right? Which is equal 11 minus 5 is 6 over 1. Now same thing, this is 1 is delta x, and then 6 is delta z. So every increase of 1 unit, I'm going to go up 6 units. So 5 plus 6, whoops, something is wrong here. Yeah, this is how I'm going to do it. 6 over 1. So n we know it's equal to 6 over 1. Not only that, 6 over 1 means, this is what I'm going to do, divide 6 by 6 over 1 is the same thing as 0.5, 3 over 0.5. You agree? If I'm going for each step, for each delta x, I'm going 6. So if I'm going only half delta x, half unit, I'm going to go up 3, right? Think about it. 3 over 0.5 is just equal 6. This is true. Alright, so what does it mean when, so this is delta z over delta x. So when I'm going 0.5, see, I'm going from here to here, from 1.5 to 2, I'm going 0.5, so therefore I'm just going to add 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 8 plus 3 is 11. And then 11 plus 3, because I'm only going half unit, not 1 unit. From 2.5 to 3, half unit, so I'll add 3, 14. Now, I have two options. I can either go this way. It's going to be either add 3, I'll get a 10, or add a 2 from 8 this way, and I'll get a 10. So it's easy if you go that way. Add 2, 10, add 2, 12, add 2, 14, add 2, 16, add 2, 18, add 2, 20. So you can tell, you could also go this way, so it's plus 3, just to check it, plus 3 will give you 7, plus 3, so 3, so it's correct. Alright, question B, find the equation of the linear function. Now we need to look at the equation. The equation is right there. All we need, z will be equal z0, we need a point x0, y0, z0. So I'm gonna pick this point. What is I'm gonna pick this point when x is 3, y is 5. Y is 1.5. It's good. And z is 5. This is z. Right? When x is 3, so this is x0, y0, z0. This is 1.5. So all you do is plug it in, but we need m. M will be equal, what did we say m is? Where is m? M is right there. It's equal to, right? But n is not equal, n is equal 6 actually. 6 over 1, which is 6. Right? So all we need is z0, which is 5, plus the slope m is 2, x minus x0 is 1.5, plus the slope n, which is 6, and then y minus y0, which is 5, right there. Now all you need to do is distribute. This will be 5 plus 2x minus 3 plus 6y minus 30. Now z is equal 5 minus 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 minus 30 is negative 32 plus 2x plus 6y. It's a small mistake. This is going to be 3. x0 is 3. Alright. And then y0 is 1.5 right here. This is going to be 1.5. So let's do it again. So 5 plus 2x minus 6, right? Plus 6y minus, what is the y value? Minus 9. 6 times 1.5 is 9. Now to rewrite it, I'm going to rewrite it here. Z will be equal 5 minus 6 will be negative 1 minus 9 negative 10 plus 2x plus 6y. So that would be the equation. Right, we need to graph this. So to graph it, it's always easier to find z-intercept. Z-intercept z-intercept, how do we get it? We let x equal 0, y equal 0. If we do that, we get z equal -10 plus 2 times 0 plus 6 times 0. So z-intercept is equal -10. So assume -10 is here, so our first point. Now how do we find x-intercept? X-intercept, we let y equal 0 and z equal 0. If we do that, we'll get 0, right? Plug in a 0 here, plug in a 0 there. So you'll get 0 equal -10 plus 2x plus 6 times 0, which is 0. So 2x equal 10, x equal 5. So x-intercept is 5. So I'll go somewhere here. It's my point 5. Now y-intercept, how do we find y-intercept? We let x equal 0 and z equal 0. So if you plug in that, you get 0 equal -10 plus 0 plus 6y. So y will be equal 10 over 6, which is 5 over 3. So 5 over 3 is really small, somewhere in here. Now all you need to do is join these points, and this is the plane. Right, that's it for this example. So let's move on to the next example. Again, we try to fill in the blanks. So what do we do? Again, I noticed I have 2 points already here, or I have, if I look at M, or actually N, will be easy. N will be the change of z over change of y, right? So I'm gonna use these points. See, x2, well, if I use M, it's easier. Delta z over delta x. This is gonna be z2 minus z1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm using, here's z2, here's z1. So this is z2, this is z1. So 3.2 minus 8 over 1.2 minus 0. So m, which is constant, 3.2 minus 8 will be -4.8 over 1.2 minus 0, which is 1.2. So, and I know this is constant. So for each increase of 1.2, I'm gonna drop 4.8. So this will be, so I did here minus 4.8. So same thing from here to here, I have to subtract 4.8. So 3.2 minus 4.8 is going to give me -1.6, right? And then going backwards, it'll be the other way around. Now to find this number, I'm going to add 4.8. So 8 plus 4.8 will be 12.8. Again, 12.8 plus 4.8 will give me 17.6. Alright, now all you need to do, find one column on one row, and everything will be easy. Now I'm going to try to find this column, this row. I already found this column. So to find this row, all I need to do is I need to find the slope. I'm going to use I think I'm missing something. Yeah, I wrote the problem wrong. I'm missing, this is given. I think, let me see, what is that, 10.8.8. This value is given in the problem, otherwise we can't find it. We need to, yeah. So now let's finish it. So we know this is 8.8. So another way, we can either go this way, or we can just keep going that way. I think it's easier to go that way if we get a nice number. So 12, so n will be delta z over delta y, which is, I'm using this one, 8.8 minus 12.8 over 2 minus 0. This is gonna be, let me do it, 8.8 minus 12.8. That's gonna give me negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2. See, it's a nice number. So I know now all I'm gonna do, 12.8 minus 2 will give me 10.8. Now I'm gonna add 2 going this way. So this will be 14.8. Add another 2, 16.8. What else? Now again, add 2 this way, 19.6. Add another 2, 21.6. Subtract 2 this way, 15.6. Subtract 2, 13.6. Right, now subtract 2 this way. This will be 6. You need to go up 2 this way, 10. Go up to 12. Now same thing, subtract 2. 3.2 minus 2 will be 1.2. 1.2 minus 2 will be negative 0.8, and then this way just adding 2, this will be 5.2, and then add another 2, 7.2. Now again from here, subtract 2 that way. Negative 1.6 minus 2 will be negative 3.6, minus 2, negative 5.6. And then add 2, negative 1.6 plus 2, use your calculator, this will be 0.4, add 2, 2.4, and I think it's right. So just make sure every time you go down that way, because we're going up, I think 1.2 unit, you need to subtract negative 4.8. Right? But to go this way, it's easy because we're going up 1 unit. You need to subtract minus 2. So negative 2 per 1 unit. Going that way, negative 4.8 over 1.2 units. Alright, so let's go to question number B. Find the equation of a linear function. Well, this time, the reason why I give you this example, I want to show you now it's easier. Instead of using point slope form, we're going to use slope-intercept form. Why it's so easy? Because z0 is z-intercept. So what is z-intercept? This is z-intercept, 8. You see it? Because x is 0 and y is equal 0. So I know the z will be equal my z0, which is 8. Let me write it and then I'll... So is it minus or plus? It's plus mx plus ny. So z0 will be 8. I can look at the table and see it. The slope, I already found it. Well, I mean, for m, didn't even found it. Negative 4.8 divided by 1.2. It would be negative 4. So that would be minus 4x. And then n is what? What am I doing here? This is negative 2 over 1. So it's negative 2. N is minus 2y. So this is the equation. You can check it, it's correct. Now how do we graph this? Z-intercept is 8, so I'm going to 8. Assume 8 is here. Now how do I find y-intercept? So x-intercept first. X-intercept means y equals 0, z equals 0. So if you plug a 0 here, you get 0 equal 8 minus 4x minus 2 times 0. So minus 4x is equal negative 8. X is equal 2. Am I right? 8 over 4. Yep. So I'm gonna go here, write my 2. Now how do I find y-intercept? I'm gonna let z equal 0 and x equal 0. Then this will be 0 equal 8 minus 4 times 0 minus 2y. So minus 2y is equal negative 8. Y is equal 4. So y-intercept is 4. And then all you do is join. So that's the plane. Of course we cannot draw the whole plane, we're just doing part of the plane. And that's it for this example.